Happy December, Merry almost Christmas. Is that what you say? No, no one says that. Alright, don't mind my dog. He's just gonna lay here all cute for the whole video. If you see his head, that's my dog. Anyways, happy December. I can't believe it's already December. This year is almost over. I still have books I need to finish for personal goals, for reading goals, and I thought I would just discuss all the books that I want to read before the year's over with you guys because I have a lot. It's kind of stressing me out. Let's just chat about the books because I have things to say. I have a lot of books here. So first, I'm just going to go through all of like the standalone books that I want to read before the end of the year, which is a lot. These are all the standalone books that I want to read by the end of the year, and you might be seeing this book on top being like, because that's how I feel when I look at this book. The only reason this is on here is because it's part of the 24 books that I want to read in 24 books that I want to read in 2024 video that I did, which PSA, I will say that's not going to be finished because half of the books on there are romance, and if you've been following me for a little bit, you would know I am not in the romance mood. I haven't been in the romance mood since summer. I can't really read romance right now. So that list will not be completed, but I don't feel guilt about it because like I didn't know I was going to stop liking romance halfway through the year and like really pick up other genres. This year I will say I've really started picking up different genres besides romance. So back to this, I don't know if I'll finish it because it is a lot and it is like a lot emotionally as well, and I don't know if this time of year is when I want to experience this, like during the Christmas joy. And also I just don't think winter is a good time to read this book because up here winter in this, it's not gonna all coincide. I just don't think this will be read, but I would love it to be because then I could mark it off of that checklist, but realistically, I don't know. But maybe the mood will strike and I'll pick it up, but I'm just being honest, probably not. Just because like if you've read the trigger warnings, if you know anything about this book, it's very, very heavy material. I really feel like I have to be in the right mindset, right headspace for this book, and I just can't predict if that's going to be me this December or not. So I'm putting it on here as a maybe. I also really want to read Little Women because one of my goals this year as well was to read a classic for the first time, and I still haven't done that yet. So Little Women is really my only option on my physical TBR for me to read, and I also want to read this book and watch the movie. I've heard so many good things about it, and it's been on my TBR for a while. I really want to read it this December so I can mark it off as my goal hit this year and just finally know what's in here. I've heard so many good things. I don't know like what's putting me off for this. Like for some reason I was like I'm gonna read it in November, like that seems like the right vibe, but then I got sick and like stopped reading anything, so now it's like I have to read it in December. So hopefully I get to this one as well. Then we have a bunch of Christmas books. I personally am not usually a Christmas book girly. I try to read them every year and I never like them, but regardless I still do it again the next year. So I do have 2 Christmas like romance books, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I'll get through them, but I am going to try because as I said, I'm not in the romance mood, but I love Christmas romance movies, and I'm like, let's just try again. And I'll probably do this every single year. I'll try them every year to see if my opinion changes on them. But I do have The Christmas Tree Farm, which is by the same author who wrote The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which I will be honest, I did not like that book. So I do feel a little bit hesitant to read this book just because I felt like The Pumpkin Spice Cafe was like so cringy, predictable, and I didn't like the romance. I'm hoping maybe I'll like this one. You never know. I want to give the author another shot before I just completely write her off. And this one has a dog on the cover and it's Christmassy and maybe I'll like it. So I am going to try it and I'll let you know. Then the other Christmas romance that I have is The 3 Holidays and a Wedding. My mom got me this for Christmas last year, but by then Christmas was over, so I wasn't in the mood for this, so I saved it for this year. So I hope I get to it and I hope that I like it. It intrigues me simply because it says wedding, and I recently got engaged and I'm like in wedding mode. So I feel like if anything, I could get through this one. I don't know about the other Christmas book, but I feel like I would like this one. And it's like perfect timing, aligning with my life, you know what I mean? So I am gonna try it. I don't know much about it. I like to go in these blind because if I know what's gonna happen, I'm bored. We'll see. If you have any good Christmas romances that are like really, really good, that like hold your attention, that you liked, please let me know because I can never read one that I like. Maybe these 2 will be different for me this year, but if you really have any good recommendations, not too spicy. I hate when it's just like, you know? So yeah, if you actually have a recommendation, please let me know, and I would love to find a better Christmas book that I actually enjoy. On the topic of that, I decided this year, why not try Christmas mysteries? Because I love thrillers, I love mysteries. That's like one of my favorite genres of this year. And why not mix it in with Christmas, and maybe I'll actually like them. Oh, my battery's dying. Of course. I'm such a bad planner. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry if the angle changed. So continuing on, I decided I'm going to read Christmas romances, which will be a video coming to you soon. So this is a little sneak peek. I don't know. I thought they could be fun. So the first one I have, my mom also bought me all of these. So thank you to my mom. She is a real one. She bought all of these, I believe, in Waterstones in the UK for me. I'm sure they're sold here as well though. So we have The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. Oh, I'm so in wedding mode, I thought that said bride. The Bridge is shut, the phones are down, and the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared from a locked room 3 days before Christmas. That is intriguing. It kind of feels like it's going to be a rom-com mixed with mystery, and I feel like that will be perfect to like hold my attention while also making me feel good, have that cozy Christmas book feeling, but not be completely bored. So I'm very excited about this one. Then we have The Antique. Hold on. I should have taken these stickers off before because I can't read this title. Okay, then we have The Antique Hunter's Guide to Murder. What antique would you kill for? Interesting. When Freya Lockwood receives news that Arthur Crockleford, antiques dealer and estranged mentor, has died, their circumstances seem suspicious. But when a letter is delivered, sent just days before Arthur's death, Freya knows she must join forces with her eccentric aunt Carol to hunt down a murderer. The letter leads these amateur sleuths to an old manor house for an antiques enthusiast retreat. But not all is as it seems. The antiques are bad reproductions, and the guests all have something to hide. Can Freya and Carol solve the mystery before the killer strikes again? Is this Christmas? I thought it was. However, it's seeming like it is not a Christmas mystery. So maybe I will not read this one. However, maybe I will. So it'll just stay on this video because I don't know. Good thing I'm learning this now before I start that video. I don't know why I thought this was Christmas. I just saw red and was like, yeah, it's a Christmas mystery. I don't know. Maybe I'll still read it though. And then this one is for sure a Christmas mystery. It says that The Christmas Jigsaw Murders. And one of the reviews on the front says it's Agatha Christie on acid, deliciously nasty and fun. If that doesn't hook you right away, I don't know what will. It's beginning to look a lot like Murder. On December 19th, renowned puzzle setter, loner and Christmas skeptic Eddie O'Sullivan finds a mysterious gift-wrapped parcel on her doorstep. Inside are 6 jigsaw pieces showing part of a blood-splattered crime scene and a message from a killer. 4, maybe more people will be dead by midnight on Christmas Eve, unless you can put all the pieces together and stop me. What? I'm in my puzzle era. I've been obsessed with puzzles, and I feel like this is the perfect book to read or listen to while doing a Christmas puzzle. Like, that seems perfect. So I might even get the audiobook of this and like go back and forth. I'm really excited about this one. Don't know about this one if I'll get to it, but these two for sure will be in a video coming to you soon, so look out for that. Then the rest of these books that I want to read before the year's over are all part of series that I want to continue or complete before the year's over, so we have a good amount. The first one is As Good as Dead, which is the last book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. I've gone back and forth with this series so many times. I started it years ago, never continued the series. This year, I think it was this year or last year, I got the audiobook for the second book. Oh, it was this year for sure. Listened to the second book, watched the show that came out, the TV adaptation, loved it. Like, I'm becoming more in love with the series as time goes on, so I feel like it's finally time to read this book and finish it and hopefully love it. I've heard really good things about this one, so I'm excited to give it a try, hopefully finish it. And then that way I can finally be done with the trilogy. I've been having it sitting on my shelf unfinished for years, but hopefully that will change. Another series that has been sitting on my shelf for a very long time unfinished is the Off-Campus series. I hate the covers, so I'm currently on the 3rd book, which is The Score. I really liked the first book, The Deal, but I did not like the second book. What is it? The Mistake? Yeah, The Mistake. I didn't like that one. So I just haven't picked the series back up. And I'm pretty sure they're turning it into a TV show, like a TV adaptation, so I kind of want to finish the series before I watch the show, because I don't know if it's going to be like all the books or like one season's one book, you know what I mean? So I feel like I should finally continue it, and winter is always like when I want to read these books, because for me, hockey romance in winter just makes sense. I'm just not a romance person, like I've been saying. I'm bored of it, so don't know if I'll like it, but I do want to give it a shot, and then if I don't like this one, maybe just not continue the series. Let me know your thoughts on this series, if you liked it or if it got better as you went on. I don't know. This next book makes me mad because I told myself I was going to finish this series before the year was over, and I'm only on the second book. And there's like 7 books, I believe, in this series. Will I finish them all before the end of the year? Most likely not. Maybe if I just really grind, but probably not. But I at least want to read the second one, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I said I was going to read it last month. I got sick, so I didn't. This month I have no excuses. I'm going to at least read the second book and continue that reading vlog. It's going to take probably a few months for that to come out. That vlog probably won't come out until the new year, because I'm not even going to be finished with the series until then, most likely. So I do want to read this one, and maybe I'll just get on a Harry Potter grind and finish the whole series. We will see. Next, I really want to read Two Twisted Crowns, which is the second book after One Dark Window. I recently read that one, absolutely loved it, and I feel like this is perfect for the winter time. It's like a kind of eerie, dark, wintry book, but I like that. It'll be something different after like all the romance and mysteries that I've been reading. And the way that the first book left off, I'm really excited to see where the story goes. And I want to be back in this world, back with these characters, and finish this duology. Another duology that I want to finish is, I don't know what they're called. You know how like they have names? I never know. But Apprentice to the Villain. I read Assistant to the Villain, and I really liked it, so I would love to finish this one. However, like part of me is like, should I just wait till October of next year? Like, I'm that person who wants the vibes to be perfect, and I feel like this is a perfect book for October. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I won't. We will see. I'm not going to put pressure on myself. These are just like hopefully books that I'll get to before the end of the year, but I'm not like going to be mad if I don't. Plus this book just came out, so I feel like I won't feel bad if it waits on my shelf for a little bit longer. But I did really like Assistant to the Villain, and I'm interested where that story goes as well, based on how the first book ended off. If you know, you know. And I love the characters so much in this book. The romance is really good, and there's even like a mystery, fantasy elements in it, and it's just so entertaining and funny, which I wasn't expecting when I first read the first book. So I'm excited to jump back in here. I just don't know when it will be, but hopefully before the end of the year. Lastly, I need to, this is a definite need to finish, the Carball trilogy. I don't know, because this is now like another novella for this series, so I don't know if it's still considered a trilogy or not, but I still have to finish Finale before I can get to the Christmas novella. I mean, hold on. First of all, look at this cover. Can you see it? But wait, it gets better, and then it gets even better. Look at this. Isn't that the most perfect Christmas novella you've ever seen in your life? I need to display it like this. So I really want to read it. I think this would be the perfect book to get me into the Christmas spirit, because it's fantasy, it's romance, but it's also Christmas. I think I would love it so much. I've already met all the characters. I know the world. It kind of is like the Court of Frost and Starlight, which is a Christmas novella, which I was obsessed with, and I wish I would have read it in December. So I feel like I will really love this one, but I first need to finish the original trilogy and finish Finale. I just have been putting it off. I haven't wanted to read it. I don't know why. The second book kind of made me put off to the series a little bit. I didn't like the second book that much. So hopefully the third book will make me like the series again, and then in the new year I can finally read the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, because I've been waiting for that one, but need to finish this one first. Those are all the books that I really want to read before the year is over. Let me know if you've read any of these and if you liked them, and which one I should like really prioritize. And also let me know what books you're trying to finish before the end of the year, so we can all motivate each other. And go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.